if you had to say after that, who gets your man of the match?
Well, trying to think. Obviously, Bailey Wright. I think he had a decent game. He's been a bit
As always.
Well, there's been a few games where he's sort of made a little mistake. It's just, I think, in the last few games. But as a defender, you're right. He's generally.
I think my attitude is just like he's been almost perfect since he came in. He's made a few mistakes recently, but that's gonna happen. You've got to let him off. You know, he's probably in terms of quality, he is probably our best player. So I'm fine to just like overlook them. Do you know what I mean? As long as they don't continue to happen.
Yeah, and that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I'm not going to knock him too much. I just thought I was just starting to think a little bit. Oh, why is this happening? But yeah, today he had a solid performance again. He's shown what he's all about. I was quite happy with him. But for man of the match, for me, it's the same as the last game. I'm going to give it to Jack Diamond. I just think it makes all the difference in the team. I think if we didn't have him in today, God knows what the score would have been, because he's our biggest threat, really, at the moment.
Yeah. Are there any other players that stand out for you tonight? I mean, as I said, I think Diamond was superb tonight. I thought Conor McLaughlin stepped it up. I think Bailey Wright was decent as well. If I had to think, I'm struggling to think of anyone else myself. But is there anyone that comes to mind to you where you think they did well tonight? They were up there with the kind of best 3-4 performers of the night.
Not really. I think the whole team played. Apart from Jack Diamond and maybe Bailey Wright, I thought the whole team was sort of just average. That's why, I mean, like I say, Curry looked okay. There was nobody really special, like, for me, apart from like Jack Diamond and Bailey Wright. They're the two players that I would say had a really good game, but the rest of them, nothing special.
Yeah, I mean, going into our next game, Shrewsbury, obviously, I'll have the preview in here, but like going into that game, is there anything you change from tonight if the same 8 players are out and if the game goes ahead? Is there anyone who you is there anything that you alter?
Yeah, I think the only thing we could really do, we sort of limited with options. I think the only thing we could do is maybe change the tactics a bit with playing through the middle, like you say. Give Neil. I would start Neil, to be honest with you. If it's the same squad of players, I would start Neil. Yeah, it's a tough question, actually. I don't know. I might start him ahead of who have we got next again? Shrewsbury. Yeah, you can't really drop lead for that one. It's a tough one, actually. I didn't think of who to. I would like to see him in. I don't know. Maybe bring him on for 45 minutes, depending on the scoreline. But definitely tactically change it. There's no good going down the wings and chucking in long crosses for Will Grigg, like we said earlier. Who else was on the bench tonight? I can't even remember who was.
I mean, it was a makeshift bench. We had obviously I think Patterson was the keeper because Matthews was part of the players who had the outbreak. Matthews, and it was Willis and Gooch, the 2 senior players who carrying injuries. Dan Nail, who didn't come on. Mitch Curry, Oliver Younger, and Brandon Taylor.
Yeah, so for me, to be honest with you, I wouldn't really change the team any different. I'd stick with the same team, apart from give Dan Nail a bit more game time. Well, give him game time and play tactically different. That's the only thing you can really do with what he's got available.
Yeah, I think if we go through the middle, we've also got the potential of utilising Embleton, who every time he plays to me, and I'm not going to compare him on the same level, but he seems to remind me a bit of Kevin De Bruyne, where both footed, and he seems to just roam around quite a lot and find nice little pockets of space and make nice balls in. And he seems, doesn't matter where he is, he can find a nice area in the box, and that's what Will Grigg's going to thrive on. As much as I'm Will Grigg's biggest critic, I would probably start him going into Shrewsbury and with looking to get Mitch Curry involved. Maybe change it up and bring O'Brien into the centre. Would you keep Will Grigg up front for Saturday, or would you change it? Mitch Curry's there, O'Brien can be brought into the centre.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. It's another must-win game. I think it's hard to find a reason to keep Grigg, to be honest with you, isn't it? It's very hard to find a reason to keep him in there. So yeah, if he did start Curry or even O'Brien up front like that, I wouldn't complain. Grigg's always there on the bench if he's needed, if it's going really bad. But like you see, you're going to bring him on. What difference is it going to make? If there's no service through the middle, then I don't think we're going to score no matter who's up there, because I don't think the likes of Curry or O'Brien would score much either. From maybe O'Brien a little better, but yeah, we need to go through the middle, and that's the biggest thing. We've mentioned it a few times. Like tactically, it just wasn't working today.
Yeah, I just think Wimbledon had us figured out, to be honest, and